Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Operation Mincemeat. And this is a new Netflix original film, a war drama focusing on two intelligence officers who ropes in a woman to help them utilize a corpse and fake papers to outsmart the Germans and trick them into thinking that the British forces and the Allies are going to be attacking Greece. And they originally were going to call it Trojan Horse, but that was just gave it away, so they used a corpse, so let's call it Mincemeat. And this is from director John Madden, and he has done some previous very British things like Shakespeare in Love and The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel and stuff like that. And this particular film clocks in at 2 hours and 8 minutes and focuses on this operation, which is honestly pretty fascinating. Like how they put this into motion, how they made this work. Crazy, right? You would hope that they would have focused more on that specifically and the intrigue with that, and if they did, this could have been a much more streamlined film. Those elements work. It's intriguing. You enjoy the process of them putting this all together and seeing where they get. But the issue here is they spend so much time on this apparent love triangle between these two operatives and this woman that's helping them out that you're just distracted with this needless romance in this film that I don't know why they felt the need to throw in, but it just felt out of place and felt like it was taking up way too much time. It was definitely not as interesting as the actual mission going on, so it just took away from it. And in general, this is well directed, it looks sleek, it has good production design, it has great costumes, it fits the period really well. The cast is great. Colin Firth is as Colin Firth as you expect. I think Macfayden from Succession fame does a great job. Kelly McDonald, a pleasure as always. Great supporting work from Penelope Wilton, who gives a great performance as like kind of the helper in this situation. And you have Johnny Flynn playing Ian Fleming, who honestly felt like a little bit just extraneous and just like, why did we need to focus as much time as we did on this character? Because they really didn't feel like they had much consequence to the film, but it was like a nice little nod to like, oh, this is where they got the ideas for James Bond, doing all this spy stuff. And then you have people like Jason Isaacs, who's like a tough guy, head military guy in the Navy. Great. He's always great. And you had Simon Russell Beale, who played Winston Churchill, who, you know, those two supporting roles were pitch perfect. But, like, the acting is pitch perfect. Firth, Macfayden, McDonald all do great jobs. It's just they're saddled with trying to make this love triangle work that is just so annoying, and they could have just leaned into the actual tensions of the work that they were doing, but they made this love story such a fabric of everything that it just kept coming back. And I didn't buy it. I wasn't convinced. I just felt like this didn't need to be here. This could have easily focused on the actual story at hand. But, you know, they try to dramatize it, Hollywoodize it, you know, turn it into a film. So let's throw in a lot of love stories. It's basically like they could have just told us about the sinking of the Titanic, but you wanted to throw in a whole entire love story too. Except Titanic works better than this. This just kind of feels like, do I really care about whether Kelly McDonald winds up with either one of these two? And like, you know, the characters in general, they have specific motivations, they have a lot of trauma, and those are the things that the actors really get to work with. And I think they do a great job at that. It's just overall this film just feels uninspired, just, you know, British war drama. You've seen them all, you've seen this one. And if you really wanted to, you can see this one too. Specifically, it's out there on Netflix. But those are my thoughts on Operation Mincemeat. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.